Thank you. Well, good evening and welcome to the Council and Committee meeting of the town of Petawawa of the 24th of January. I'll ask, is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest on any of the matters before us this evening? Seeing none, there are no presentations this evening. Public Works, David, where are you? David, are you on the line? David, okay. David, you've got the monthly report for January 2022.
Thank you, Your Worship. So it's really a summary of the end of the year since none of the new stuff for 2022 is approved. So just to highlight Portage Road, Scott, Hilda. So there is a bit of work that's carried over to 2022 for that project, and it'll be done in the spring. And everything else was completed or delivered. A couple items that I hadn't reported on earlier on the sanitary, the SBR PLC systems upgrade was completed this year. Or I mean, not this year, but 2021. And the Xylem Sims SRT WAS controller was also completed in 2021. So it's a couple of key projects that we were waiting to get done, and they were delayed because of COVID. They actually were scheduled to be completed in 2020. So really good to have those completed by Aqua in 2021. We received the approval from MECP on the UV system upgrade, and there's a meeting with the supplier and contractor to determine the schedule to complete that work this year. That one was another project that was scheduled for 2021 to be completed, but was delayed because of the MECP approval. That's the Ministry of Environment. The only other couple of things I wanted to highlight. So on the next page, it's very, very preliminary at this point. But in the discussions with the County of Renfrew, they are doing the rehabilitation of Petawawa Boulevard, the bridge. And so they're finalizing the design now and should go to tender in February or March of this year. And so at this time, they're looking at reducing one lane at a time during the construction period. And the construction period is going to be between mid-May to mid-October. Going down further down, so under GIS. So one of the things that is one of the steps in majority of the projects when we have to do any sanitary or storm improvements, the application has to be done through MECP to get that approval before the work is completed, or I'm not even completed, but started. So this past year, 2021, MECP came up with a consolidated linear inventory approval process. So in essence, that the municipality can approve their own applications. And so that application was due on Friday, and that was completed. And then we'll just wait for the approval from MECP on that. We're also updating the water and sanitary data within the GIS. And last year we did a categorization of the sanitary CCTV work and prioritize that. And so we'll also upload that into the GIS. So right now for our sanitary system, the asset management plan is based on age. And now we'll be able to work towards having an asset management plan based on condition. So it'll be a stronger plan for that. So going down to the next page, under operations, you can see the graph that Chris has put together and all the work that was completed this year. So it was a very busy year and lots of good work done through Chris's department. Under health and safety, the next page, 4 staff were trained on the wheel loader and large snow removal blower. And the manager and lead hand and public works staff conducted tailgate meeting to discuss the winter season. So all in regards to health and safety. In about 3/4 down the page, for winter control, November, we were out 3 times for sanding, salting, and clearing sidewalks 7 times. In December, we were out plowing 9 times, sand salting 15 times, and clearing the sidewalks 20 times. Under section 3, water and sanitary, at the bottom of the page, just wanted to highlight, it's a metric that I put a lot of importance on, is work orders that are scheduled to be completed and work orders that are actually completed. And so for both water and sanitary, Aqua's target is 85% of getting those completed. And so under water, it was 86%, and under sanitary, 98%. So really happy with that metric. It means that we're getting to the work that we said we do, and then that doing the preventive maintenance then will prevent. So.
Okay, thank you, David. We'll open up for comments or questions on the report. No? Seeing none, and move to accept the report, please. Mover to accept the report. Councillor Sabra, Councillor Ritz, all in favor? It's carried. Thank you. With that, we will go to planning and development. Karen, good evening.
Good evening. Yes, a few highlights for the December 2021 report. We are moving forward towards finalizing those draft conditions for the town center townhouse subdivision. I currently have the draft conditions, and once I'm finished the final review, they'll go on to the consultant for review. The 2 files, the zoning bylaw amendment files for Milky and Rowan, you'll note the final appeal date on those was December 6th and December 20th. There were no appeals against those files, so that zoning is in full force and effect for those files. The site plan for Subway is back in the hands of the solicitor for registration. In terms of other site plans, the Petawawa Boulevard and Dundonald Drive, the 10-unit apartment building, I'm still waiting for that development agreement to come back from the developer with final comments. Hyundai Pembroke, that site plan, we have provided them with our final comments, and we're still waiting for revisions to come back from them. The LaPointe vehicle storage site plan, that agreement was registered, and in fact, Mr. LaPointe applied for a building permit to move forward with the vehicle storage units today, actually. In terms of subdivisions, Wednesday, actually, I'm meeting with consultants on several of these files. Hoffman Phase 4. We're looking to discuss, of course, the next steps. The developer was busy ensuring that encroachments were removed from the development lands over the past several months. So from what I understand, that's been completed. So we'll be ready to move forward with actually registering the development agreement and lifting part lot control in order to create those lots. Portage Landing Phase 5. The developer has decided to move forward with that last phase of their development. So we will be meeting to discuss the subdivision agreement and conditions for that development. As well, I'll be getting an update on the Splinter subdivision. They're moving forward with those lots. And as well as an aside, next phase of Highland Park subdivision, or sorry, the apartments, they're looking to do phases 2 and 3. So we'll be getting some update on where we are with that as well. So lots going on. lots of pre-consultation on lots of apartments and subdivisions. If anybody has any questions, I can certainly take those now.
Hey, questions? So yes, it is busy. Karen, there's quite a lot of units that you're talking about there that's in the hopper, so to speak, that are coming forward. So it's going to be a busy year if we can get them all on shovel ready, so to speak, and get them moving for sure. Any questions? Okay. With that, then I need a motion to accept the report. Matthew and Tom, all in favor? That's carried. Okay, building activity report. Sorry, go ahead.
Pretty much in line with last year in terms of number of permits. We were up by 15 over 2020. Of course, the building permit fees as well as the building permit values were significantly increased over last year. I can take any questions if anybody has any.
Or comments on that. So there is a reason why it's so high over year, and that's because of COVID. There was a freeze on COVID in 2020. And of course, 2021 is showing substantial increases. But nonetheless, that's all good news. And you have with you also the the market activity, which is, again, concerns would be the bottom as far as active listings and new listings, and not a lot to sell in the county of Renfrew. That's the whole county, not just in the town. So anyway, if there's no questions, I need a motion to accept this as well. James, seconded by Carrie. All in favor? And it's carried. With that, we'll go to item number 3, Ed 1/2022, and I believe Christine's going to talk to us about this. Christine.
Yes, good evening, members of council. The report before you this evening is in regards to the community improvement plan. It's an application from 3227 Petawawa Boulevard. It's under the building facade improvement portion of that grant program. Specifically, the property owner is looking to replace and install new vinyl windows at the property under that grant program. The building facade improvement allows for 50% of eligible project costs up to the value of $5,000 to be entered into contract with the applicant. The expense of the particular initiative, there's about 7 windows that the property owner is looking to replace. So the expense is greater than the minimum of the $5,000. So the proposal and the request is eligible. There are funds remaining from the 2021 portion of CIP that was dedicated at the introduction of that program. So there is sufficient funds in the envelope to support the application for the amount of $5,000.
That's your recommendation.
Yes, so the recommendation is that we do approve $5,000 under the building facade improvement grant for the installation of new vinyl windows at the location of 3227 Petawawa Boulevard.
Thank you, Christine. I'll open that up for comments or questions on the recommendation. Seeing none, then I need a mover and a seconder to accept the recommendations. That's Murray, seconded by Teresa. There's no discussion. Call for the vote. All in favor? Opposed of any? It's carried. Okay, with that, general matters. Anyone?
Nothing to report, Mr. Mayor.
Pardon me? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Nothing to report.
Okay, thank you. Then we have one matter for closed matter. So with that, the meeting be closed pursuant to section 239(2) of the Municipal Act to discuss a proposed or pending acquisition or disposal of land by the municipality or local board regarding an offer to purchase in the industrial park. That's why we're going into close. I need a mover and seconder to go into closed. Gary, and seconded by James. All in favor? We are in closed. Okay, now we're back in open and I need a motion to direct staff to move forward with this offer to purchase. Murray and Tom, any discussion? Then I'll call for the vote. All in favor? Opposed of any? It's carried. Okay, that's all that's on the agenda. Is there anything else you want to talk about? No? Good. Okay, with that, then I need a motion to adjourn. Hello. James and Murray, all in favor? We are adjourned. Thank you very much.